Good morning, students. Welcome back. Today we are going to study the second paper, that is PS EVS 102. So today till now we have not touched this paper, that is biodiversity. You know that paper 2 is biodiversity, and under that unit 1, that is the biodiversity concept and component. So today we are going to see what do you mean by biodiversity, what is the concept behind the biodiversity, and what else to be studied under this topic. So biodiversity, it's a big concept, and this term, that is biodiversity, was given by the Edward Wilson. So it comes from the two words. Bio means life, diversity means the variety. So richness of species, or you can say that richness of species. So biodiversity can be defined as the variety or richness of the species. So it may be any species, but among a single species you can find out the variations, and these incredible variations of life found in our planet, and this term, that is biodiversity, was given by the Edward Wilson, and he only described the biodiversity. Coming up to the definition of biodiversity, what is biodiversity? So biological diversity is the variety and variability among the living organisms and the ecological complexes in which they occur. Means you can say that it is a variety of the species living in a certain area or certain geographical area, and this is said to be the biodiversity. Now coming up to the types of biodiversity, you can find out there are many types of biodiversity. Natural diversity. The first one is the natural diversity. So natural diversity means the number of different native species and individuals in a habitat or geographical area. So you can say these are the native species in a particular area. Natural diversity means native species of a particular area. Next is the biological diversity. Biological diversity is the diversity of life and is defined by the biological diversity means the full range of variety. What do you mean by biological diversity? This is the full range of variety and variability within and among living organisms and the ecological complexes in which they occur. So this is the biological diversity. Next is the genetic diversity. Means genes मध्ये diversity. हर एक organism जो होता है, हर एक organism में बहुत सारे varieties होते हैं in their genes. You can see that your brothers and sisters are even from the same parental generation, but still they are different from one another. That is the variation in the genes. So what is genetic variety? It is a combination of different genes found within a population of a single species and the pattern of variation found within the different population of the same species. मतलब same species में बहुत सारे variation हमें देखने को मिल सकता है. Next, coming up to this species variety. Species varieties. So it is a variety and abundance of different type of organism. Different type of organism which inhabited the area. So what do you mean by species diversity? Different type of organism which inhabited the area. हर एक अलग प्रकार के जो species है एक particular area में रहते हैं तो उसे species diversity बोलते हैं. या फिर एक single location के अंदर में कौन कौन सी variety of species present है. Next is the ecological diversity or ecosystem diversity. So what do you mean by ecosystem diversity? It is the varieties of habitat that occurs within a region. कौन कौन सी variety of? It is the variety of habitat that occur within a region. Within a region. So this is said to be the ecosystem diversity या फिर ecological diversity. So in this way we can find out the term biodiversity and the different type of the diversity which are present inside the globe. Now coming up to the types of protection. So why there is a need to protect this wildlife species? So the main concept behind that is first one, this is the natural resource. We should not exploit the natural resources. And today, due to the ecological degradation, you can say that the biodiversity loss has been taking place, and it is this loss cannot be compensated in the next 25 years. So, in order to, you can say that there are many species, and these species are very important to us because they maintain the ecological pyramid. So any one pyramid of the ecological system, if it is lost, then it cannot be compensated. So consider if the lion population declines and it comes to the zero or it will extinct, consider one day. So what will happen? The deer population will increase. Deer population will increase. DEER. Deer population will increase. And what will happen? The population, because there is no predator, they will keep on increasing. And one day, because of the overgrazing, the population of the deer will increase to the limit and they will not get the food. As soon as they will not get the food, they will die, and in this way we can say that in order to maintain the ecological process, processes and life supporting system that is air, water and soil. So this is very important. In order to achieve all these things, we have to conserve the biodiversity. So here natural resources, biodiversity is one of the natural resources, and the materials or the condition occurring in the nature are capable of economic exploitation. और ये जो natural resources हैं हमें इसे exploit करना है, लेकिन इतना ज़्यादा भी exploit नहीं करना है कि one day इनका extinction हो जाए. So you know what is natural resources? They are land, the nature giving resources. The natural resources may be land, water, mineral, forest, wildlife as well as the human being. And these natural resources normally depends on one another, and they has got certain values. This value may be the economic value because they are beneficial in one aspect to us, because it gives you a financial output. First one is that economic values. So what are the values of this plant or animal species? Why we are going to conserve it? The main benefit is the direct economic benefits हम लोग को मिलता है, such as food का source है वो, species है, scents है, cooking oil, waxes, natural insecticides, paper, fuel, fur, नेचुरल रबर एंड मेडिसिन, ये सारे हमें कहाँ से मिलते हैं? फ्रॉम दी नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज से. इट मे बी फॉरेस्ट, इट मे बी द लैंड. So you can see that the waxes we get from the honeybee. We get natural insecticide such as neem. नीम का जो प्लांट होता है, it is one of the natural insecticides. They will get from the forest. Even the cultivation of neem also will gives you the natural insecticides. Paper will get from the wood, fuel from the again forest, rubber from the forest, etc. So you can say that they has got an economic values. Even the introduced crop grains of the higher yield and resistant species say also can be achieved through these plants and animals. Preparation of drugs, active ingredients and extracted from the plants and animals. कोई जो प्रकार के drugs होते हैं, drugs they can be also extracted from the plants and animal species से extract किए जाते हैं. Next, so just now we have seen the economical values. Next is the ethical values. What is the main importance of the biodiversity? Conserving the biodiversity. Second is the ethical value. So certain our relief, or you can say that certain belief, as ethical means astha. एथिकल्स मीन्स आस्था. सर्टेन बिलीफ म्हणजे हमारे विश्वास. कुछ तो लोगों के विश्वास इन पेड़ों से है. लाइक व्हाट सर यू कैन से सर्टेन ओकेशंस आर ऑल्सो सेलिब्रेटेड in order to conserve this biodiversity, or certain Ayurvedic treatments also used for the also you can say that our beliefs are related to the human health, and that's why we used to conserve it. Next is the aesthetical and recreational values. तो sources of beauty, ये जो जितना भी biodiversity है, एक beauty का source है, एक wonder है, एक joy है, ये recreational pleasure है. Means in order to relieve the tension of the even the human being, you can say that they used to go to tours of certain like tourist places like Nainital, Kashmir, etc. So in order to relieve this tension, all certain aesthetic values are related to the this conservation of biodiversity. So because of all this importance of biodiversity, we must conserve it. And today all this, or you can say due to the habitat loss, this all ecological concept has been, or you can say that because of the destruction, these all things are going away from the, snatched away from the person. Next is the ecological value. So modernization of earth climate, we know that there is too much of development year by year, and the water cycle maintenance of the world ecosystem, soil fertility, photosynthesis, etc. In order to maintain all these things like soil, air, water, we have to maintain this biodiversity or conserve this biodiversity. So what are the importance of biodiversity? The importance of genetic diversity. ये जो biodiversity है, it is nothing but the genetic diversity. इनका importance है. It is the diversity among plants, not only diversity in plants but also in animals, species, ecosystem. And it is provides the raw material. ये जो है diversity, ये हमें raw material provide करता है. It provide food material. Biodiversity होने के कारण ही हमें क्या मिलता है? Food मिलता है. Even the source of the drug. And forest, we know that it is a source of watershed regulation, फॉरेस्ट है इसलिए पानी का हर बार हमें इन द सोर्स ऑफ प्रेसिपिटेशन और रेनफॉल हमें पानी हर साल हमें रिसाइकल हो करके हमें मिलता है। एंड स्टेबलाइजेशन ऑफ सॉइल, फॉरेस्ट है इसलिए सॉइल है, फॉरेस्ट है इसलिए पानी है। प्रोटेक्ट वैरायटी ऑफ ऑर्गेनिज्म, फॉरेस्ट है इसलिए ऑर्गेनिज्म प्रोटेक्टेड है। रोल ऑफ मेंटेनिंग क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशन, फॉरेस्ट है इसलिए क्या हो रहा है, क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशन मेंटेन हो रहा है। इफ देयर इज नो फॉरेस्टेशन फॉरेस्ट देयर विल बी नो ट्रीज, अगर ट्री नहीं हुए तो देयर विल बी नो सॉइल, बिकॉज प्लांट के जो ट्रीज के जो रूट्स होते हैं वो सॉइल को होल्ड करके रखते हैं और ये क्या हो जाएंगे, सॉइल एक्सपोज हो जाएंगे। इफ द सॉइल विल बी एक्सपोज्ड दैट कैन बी इजीली टेकन अप बाय द वाटर, और वहाँ के जितने भी फर्टाइल सॉइल है वो सब क्या हो जाएंगे, लॉस्ट हो जाएगा। और सॉइल इरेशन थ्रू क्या हो जाएगा, इट विल बी ट्रांसफर फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू दी अनदर प्लेस। सो यू कैन से दैट कि द मेन उनका मेन रोल किस में होता है कि द सॉइल मेन रोल इज द कंजर्वेशन ऑफ द प्लांट। सॉइल का मेन रोल क्या होता है, वहाँ के प्लांट के थ्रू हमें क्या है, वाटर अवेलेबल करके देना या फिर हमें फूड का सोर्स अवेलेबल करके देना। रोल ऑफ मेंटेनिंग क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशन, ये जो फॉरेस्ट है इसलिए क्या होता है, क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशन को हम मेंटेन कर सकते हैं। एंड देयर आर मेनी वैरायटी ऑफ यूज फ्लोरा, इवन दी फॉरेस्ट के जितने भी वेराइटीज़ होते हैं फ्लोरा, लाइक एग्जाम्पल में हमने लिया राउल्फिया सर्पेंटेना, इट इज़ वन ऑफ द प्लांट विच इज़ यूज्ड अगेंस्ट द कैंसर। तो we have got many uses of this biodiversity. Role of mangrove in coastal zone stabilization, जो coastal region होते हैं which are normally नियर द कोस्ट, वहाँ पे मैंग्रोव्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करते हैं बिकॉज दे होल्ड द सॉइल एंड इट डजंट अलाउ द और यू कैन से दैट डजंट अलाउ द सॉइल टू eroded off. So in this way this biodiversity is very important and this is to be conserved. बायोडाइवर्सिटी हमारे लिए बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है, उसे कंजर्वेशन करना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है। सो कंजर्वेशन के दो तरीके होते हैं। देयर आर टू वे ऑफ कंजर्वेशन, दैट इज in situ conservation and the in situ conservation and the ex situ conservation. Ex situ conservation. From the name itself it says that in situ म्हणजे on its own place. Consider if I want to conserve you, then I have to see the location in which you normally feels free to move or feel good. In that place I have to conserve you in your home itself. So what is in situ means conservation of the species or giving protection to the species at its own place or in its own habitat. उनके खुद की जगह पे जब हम उन्हें कंजर्व पे प्रोटेक्शन देते हैं then it is said to be the in situ conservation. So conservation of species in their own habitat, उनके खुद की जगह पे जब हम उनको प्रोटेक्शन देते हैं तो उसे क्या बोलते हैं, in situ conservation. And the protected area comes under this category. और protected area जितने भी हैं वो सब इस कैटेगरी में आते हैं, किस में, in situ conservation में आते हैं. So entire natural ecosystem is given protection and this is conservation of genetic resources. ऐसे हम क्या करते हैं, genetic resources को हम achieve करते हैं within the natural or human made ecosystem. कभी कभी हम क्या करते हैं, conservation of the species takes place करता है लेकिन not on its own habitat, but we are taking the out from its habitat and then giving protection. This type of protection is said to be the ex situ conservation. जब हम उनके खुद के habitat place पे protection देते हैं तब वो उसे in situ कहते हैं, और जब हम उनके साइट पे प्रोटेक्शन ना देते उनको दूसरे जगह कहीं तो लेके जाते हैं, लाइक जूलॉजिकल पार्क हो गया, बॉटनिकल गार्डन हो गया, ये सब क्या हो गया, एक्स सिटू कंजर्वेशन हो गया। ये भी एक कंजर्वेशन की स्ट्रेटजी है लेकिन यहाँ पे ऑन दी साइट उन्हें कंजर्वेशन या प्रोटेक्शन दिया नहीं जाता है. So coming up to the in situ conservation, you know it is the giving protection or conservation species in their own habitat. खुद के habitat में उन्हें conservation किया जाता है. Example is the national park, sanctuaries, natural reserves and biosphere reserves. तो नॉर्मली 3 प्रकार के होते हैं, दैट इज नेशनल पार्क, वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी एंड द बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व्स. तो जिस हैबिटेट पे वो स्पीशीज अगर अवेलेबल है तो उसी हैबिटेट को हम एज ए नेशनल पार्क डिक्लेयर करते हैं, या फिर वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी डिक्लेयर करते हैं, या फिर बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व करते हैं, सो दैट दिस स्पीशीज कैन फ्लरिश इन इट्स ओन हैबिटेट. So this is the in situ conservation. Why conservation is necessary? I already said that due to the loss of biodiversity की जो loss है वो बहुत ही speed से हो रही है, and due to this physical factor, or you can say that man is interrupting with the biodiversity. So because of the loss of biodiversity, this conservation is very necessary. And you know that man becomes self-centered and starting destroying the nature. Man जो हो गया वो self-centered हो गया है, because of its own benefit it used to destroy the nature. Expanding need of man, the population of a man has been increasing day by day, and in order to fulfill this needs, this biodiversity loss has been taking place. Next, scientific progress and technological development, men start utilizing the natural resources. So ये technological development के लिए man ने क्या किया है, या human being they are starting the utilizing the natural resources को भी utilize करना चालू कर दिया है. And there is a need to balance between the population and utilization of natural resources. दोनों के बीच में balance रखना बहुत important है, and if this can be achieved by means of the conservation, और ये जो balancing हमें करना है by means of the conservation. So how species became endangered and extinct मतलब कुछ ऐसे स्पीशीज जो कि 50 साल पहले थे लेकिन आज नहीं है, they are said to be the extinct. And what do you mean by endangered species मतलब उन स्पीशीज जो कि पहले बहुत नंबर्स में थे लेकिन आज लिमिटेड हो गए हैं. अगर आज उनके लिमिट को हमने बढ़ाया नहीं तो कल 25 साल के बाद, 15 साल के बाद वो एक्सटिंक्ट हो सकते हैं या क्रिटिकली इंडेंजर्ड हो सकते हैं. तो उनके जो नंबर्स है बहुत लिमिट में है, उसे क्या बोलते हैं, एंडेंजर्ड स्पीशीज. सो बिकॉज why there is a need to conserve the biodiversity, because some of the species they have become critically endangered, some of the species has become endangered, and some of the species has become extinct. So in order to achieve this, we have to conserve the biodiversity. So in the next lecture we are going to see the different type of conservation, that is in situ as well as the ex situ, and the ex situ examples of the ex situ. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.